channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, guys, if you enjoy our live stream videos, make sure to go ahead and like the video so that way YouTube knows to show this video to more people. Today, guys, we finally got the move last night. We got a massive Bitcoin move. It's something we've been anticipating. We talked about it yesterday. And of course, just like last night, I saw everything on Twitter like, oh, Market Cipher didn't work. It was wrong. Blah, 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 blah. No, absolutely right. I woke up, of course, having what I call the Bybit night sweats. And I woke up at 2:30, not for a dentist appointment, believe it or not.
I almost said something.
Not for a dentist appointment at 2:30, okay? But actually because I had a trade open and we were way positive yesterday and then it went negative. Right now, Bitcoin's dropped a little bit. I did get wicked out, but I did, we'll look at my trade in a little bit. It did very well. I also have another long trade open on a different Bybit account that I have. That I just last night, I looked, I was like, I want to put some more money in this when it went all the way down to 54,000. Turned out to be a really, really, really good move. So we're going to be looking at all that. Of course, analyzing Market Cipher, looking at the Bitcoin chart, and things like that. But the biggest story of the day, obviously, Tesla. Such huge news. And it's so funny. Just after yesterday, I explained to you guys, be careful who you listen to out there. People are out there just yesterday were saying, Tesla's going to sell the top. They made the biggest Bitcoin announcement that we've seen in a long time, probably since they bought Bitcoin. And, the prices reacted very well for that. We're going to look at whether or not you guys think I should buy a Tesla. So, thoughts, TJ?
I don't think we need a Tesla.
I made no money on my trade last night to buy one. Where do I and my feelings come into consideration?
A lot. Yesterday you said you hate Teslas.
I do, but don't we want to support them for the people? No. For the people.
I don't understand how that's for the people.
Oh, it's for the maxis.
Oh, for the maxis.
It's for the maxis.
I think the maxis are doing okay too.
We got some fun some fun stuff going on with the maxis behind the scenes, but we'll tell you about that maybe another time. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's just jump in. Well, don't show that. Woo, okay. All right, so let's go and jump in. We are 692,000 subscribers, guys. So definitely thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel. We will be hitting 700K here in a few days. It looks like I'm not subscribed to my own channel there. I am subscribed to my own channel. Surely I am. But we also, guys, we got a few more channels I definitely wanted to remind you guys of. We have our Hit Network channel. Make sure you're subscribed there. We got 85,000. That's where you see the behind the scenes on what goes on around here at BitBoy Crypto and our larger company that we've created, Hit Network. And of course, also don't forget about New Money Gang, our show where we show you guys how to make money in the online world. So something we've been very successful at. We got 22,000 subscribers there. We got a lot of short clips. We got full episodes, more episodes coming to you every week. So excited about the show. Make sure you guys are subscribed there too. On Twitter, I put this tweet out. Of course, make sure you're following us on Twitter, BitBoy_crypto. It's the only real account that we have. There's a lot of fakers out there. Please be careful with impersonators and scammers. Literally, if you have to send me a message to ask if you are really talking to me or not, you are not talking to me. I promise. Literally, 100% of the time that people message me and ask me, hey, I thought I was talking to you, the answer is no. Literally 100% of the time. So be careful of scammers out there. But on Twitter, I did put this poll out. You guys can see 60% of people think I should buy a Tesla with my gains last night on not my $100K to $1 million portfolio, which... TJ, that is a weird, you don't have a dollar sign for the 100K and then the M there. If you could clean that up a little bit on the rundown over there, that'd be great. But anyways, guys, so I did actually do really well last, and then just put 1M instead of one. Well, you can put 1 million. That's fine. Just make it say million total though. Guys, I'm very big on aesthetics. I want the aesthetics of the rundown to look great. But 60% of you guys said to buy a Tesla while we wait for the 1 year for the Lambo that we put the deposit on. And 21% of you guys said, TJ will say no anyways. And TJ, what did you say?
No. I actually sent you a really good video about that last night, a TikTok.
And you know what? I was really irritated about that. Yeah. I had a whole response to send to you. Okay. He sent me a video of, who was the rapper?
I don't know who the rapper. I think he was talking to Grant Cardone.
He was talking to Grant Cardone. Yeah. It was a rapper. I can't remember his name. A mumble rapper with dreads. So it is really narrows it down there.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, he wanted to buy a new Corvette. And Grant Cardone told him, no, do not do that. Buy a Chevrolet company. Like,
No.
I think.
Did you watch the whole clip?
I did watch the whole entire clip.
Basically, he said, don't buy that fun stuff with earned money. Do it with the passive income. So, like, invest, and then when your investments are throwing off extra money where you're not working for it, use all that for the fun
like
stuff.
Like a 10x long.
No.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
I know. I understand, but I'm just saying.
Here's my thing,
But
guys.
you're working for that money. You're trading for that.
You have two different types of people in the world, I think. You have the people that they want to build something really, really big, like for the sake of building it. And if you listen to people like Grant Cardone, they tell you like, oh, you never want to spend any of your money. You want to do this. You don't want to get nice things.
But that's not what he said.
It is what he said. It is what he said, basically. He said, like, you know, you don't want to spend money. He had a real problem with him spending money. He really did.
He was saying don't spend the money you have to actively work for. So, like, if you stop working and the money's still coming in, spend that money. But don't spend, like, if you have to, that guy has to keep putting out records, keep putting out music to keep that money coming in. So he should take all of that money that comes in from that, reinvest it until all the passive money that's coming in passes it, and then you've got.
But yeah, then I think he would tell him to reinvest that money too. And you reinvest on some level. If you have money, you should have fun with it.
Well, yeah,
I agree. You know what? Here's the thing.
I agree with that.
You do not get to take any of this when you go.
Yeah.
When you go, you don't get to take any of this. You can work hard for years and years and years, and you can invest, and you can even become a billionaire. But what happens if you die on that way? You know, what happens if something happens to the economy and it crashes? I think you should find a good balance when you have money of living your life and having fun and getting things that you want, and then reinvesting money and working hard to grow something. So I like to favor a really more, we probably both favor a balanced approach. We probably favor a little bit stronger opposite ways.
Yeah.
So,
and
I like nice things, you know?
And I would say it's just more of a long-term mindset. And, like, basically, if we're going to buy the Falcons.
Yeah, I know.
We need to.
So I want the Lambo and I want the Falcons. That's it. Those are my two life streams right there.
So not the Tesla.
We already got one. No, not the Tesla. I don't mind. I don't want to get the Tesla. I just want to support it a little bit. You know, it is kind of funny though. Like, you know, somebody made the comment on Twitter. They said that the Tesla yesterday paid for my Lambo, which not quite, but I mean, it's an expensive Lambo. It's like
indirectly by the pump that they caused for Bitcoin.
Yeah. So right before we get into the market, so guys, I do want to tell you guys about, you guys know we are an advisor for YFDI. They are a big partner of ours, and we'll be showing you, you know, they're definitely part of our portfolio. We got a big portfolio video coming out at 6. We're going to talk about that at the end. We're going to do something no other YouTuber's ever done. We are literally going to show you our entire portfolio. Dollars, everything. So
full transparency.
Full transparency. That's where we're going. We're going for. You never can go wrong when you're just honest and share stuff. That's the way I feel. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. But YFDI is a partner of ours, and we like them. We've actually taken. I don't know what happened there. We've actually taken part in a private sale around this project right here, Impulse VIN. If you want to find out more about this one that launches today on Uniswap and the SafeSwap Launchpad, you guys can check that out. Just go to the YFDI Twitter page. And if you don't know what DuckDAO is, it's basically a project incubator. Almost everything DuckDAO puts out is a home run. So you guys take that for what it's worth. Not financial advice, of course. Maybe I should follow them on Twitter, all these people. I'm following a lot of people on Twitter these days.
Somebody said use Tesla to give it away. That's not a bad idea.
Use Tesla to what?
To do a giveaway. Give away a Tesla.
Give away a Tesla?
That might be fun.
Ooh, that might be fun. I don't know. We really stalled out between 600 and 700K. Maybe we need to give away a Tesla. Would that excite people?
I don't know. They don't. I mean, we're giving away a Bitcoin already.
We are, but I mean, I think by the time we give it away, that Bitcoin could buy a few Teslas.
Yeah.
And you guys can also make sure to be following Impulse VIN or Impulse. It looks like Impulse 7 here. But anyways, all right, let's check out the markets. Here we go, guys. Let's get this thing started.
Can you close that thing in the bottom? That image?
Yep. I sure can.
Thanks.
It's a download tab is what it was. All right, guys, we got the markets coming in. Let's just refresh, make sure we have the latest numbers. $1.75 trillion for the overall market cap. For you guys that are newer, if you didn't know, there's 8,900 coins here on CoinMarketCap. There are more, I think, on CoinGecko. But we have a 24-hour volume. This was reflected in our numbers that we see. $127 billion. So volume was up a little bit yesterday, not tremendously. But look at this. Bitcoin dominance up back to 60%. Someone says, seriously, buy the Tesla Roadster. And just real quick, I do want to point this out because a lot of people have said this to me. In my opinion, I want to know what you guys think about this. In my opinion, this car looks like an alien. It looks like an alien. If it were gray, it would be like a gray head.
A Mars car?
A Mars car. I'm just not... Guys, these cars are not sexy to me. I do not like them. I don't like the Roadster. There's not a single Tesla that I think looks good. No offense if you have one. If you have one, it's your cup of tea. I love it. I love it for you. I'm not like diminishing anybody that drives Tesla. We support Tesla, but they're not what I would drive. They're not. They're a little too futuristic looking. I like a little more muscle car look, or just straight up race car look. So, all right. So here we go. Let's look at the top gainers of the day. We've really gone off the rails here in the beginning.
Yeah.
Poondi X. Look at that. Poondi X. 2 coins. 2 coins, which we do not own Harmony or Poondi X, by the way. But we do think they're great projects. Poondi X has gone all the way to the top 50 almost.
Jeez.
Wow.
Harmony
These
too.
were both covered in our video last night. I said I think Harmony could go to $1. I think it can. And then MVL, I don't know what that is. What is MVL? I think somebody was talking about this the other day. I'll have to check that one out. Then you have Qdom, Curve, Waves, Anchor, Filecoin, Crypto.com Coin, Engine. We got a big announcement with Engine coming up, I think next week maybe.
Towards the end of March.
Yeah, well, that's next week.
Yeah.
It's the end of March. So we got that going on. Let's look at biggest gainers of the week. Man, we got some really big gainers. Dent up 221%. Harmony, Poondi X, BitTorrent, all 3 projects that we covered yesterday in our top cheap coins video. I know a lot of people have been really asking, for us to talk about those ones, so we did. And look at this. Wow, Ascend X. This is BitMax did rebrand. Look at that.
And Theta in the top 10.
Yeah. That is other news. Let's just go straight to that. Theta in the top 10. Wow. What a run this thing has been on. I love Theta. We're doing an NFT release with Theta. We've said a lot of favorable things. It's in our portfolio. You'll see that tonight. But I never dreamed it'd be a top 10 project.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, that's a big accomplishment.
It's huge.
Yeah. They're doing real good work.
They are. Oh yeah, we like Theta. What I would say is with Theta is that when you start unpacking these ideas that are in the top 10, okay, you got Bitcoin. Obviously, you know what Bitcoin is. Then you've got Ethereum. Obviously, number 1 smart contract platform right now. You've got Binance Coin, number 1 exchange in the world. You've got Tether. Let's just throw Tether out. That don't count. But Cardano, up and comer, just hit all-time highs recently. Polkadot, another competitor. You got XRP. I mean, really should probably be falling out of the top 10 pretty soon, I would think, unless they get some good SEC news. You got Uniswap, biggest decentralized exchange in the world. Litecoin, the oldest, most consistent coin in the top 10 outside of Ethereum. It's older, much older than Ethereum. Then you got Chainlink with the Oracle situation. And then things really kind of start to drop off. I mean, there's some good projects there too. But here's what I'm saying. Theta? Like Theta in the top 10? Like, I think this is one of these moments where you have to look and say, why is Theta so big? And you have to really understand, we had a conversation yesterday with a good friend of ours about possibly working for us and doing some things. And do you remember what he called it? Was it the streaming verse?
Yep.
The streaming verse. Streaming is going to be huge. We're going to be doing more. As this channel goes on, we're going to be doing less scripted videos and more live stream shows. And, that's because we understand streaming is the future. And so Theta's got a really big opportunity here. How much higher can it get in the top 10? I don't know. But if it really can solve the entire streaming issue and enable, YouTube or any other platform to be able to use its technology to have more bandwidth for streaming, I mean, that can be absolutely massive.
Yeah, basically anybody who complains about the pixelation of this show, that's because YouTube doesn't have the bandwidth to process all this live streaming data. And Theta and LivePeer actually is another one who's working to try to solve that issue, which is, I think, another reason LivePeer is a little bit of a sleeper.
And here's another thing I'll say on that, is right now where we're at, it's really good that I do come through a little pixelated, because you guys know I am a happily married man. And if you guys were able, or you gals were able to see me in my full non-pixelated form, might be chaos. Might be riots around. Okay? Honey, watch out. Might want to hide me. They're coming after me. You guys know that's my move. What do y'all think about what we're gonna call it, Onesie Tuesday?
Oh gosh.
Onesie Tuesday, where I wear giant costume onesies every week. Someone said Huracan is better than the Marsmobile. That's absolutely true. All right, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. And I want to talk to you guys a lot about the Bitcoin chart. What I saw yesterday, because as you guys know, we got a lot of people sitting in the background behind here on our nice big comfy couch. Is Jim in here? Jim left. Jim's usually over here. And he texted me last night, and he got into a trade. Somebody's $200 super chat. Why should I buy more Cardano? From Omar Moreno. Thank you, Omar. Why should you buy more Cardano? Well, it's because, obviously, right here, Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys supports Cardano. So what can you do? Move over Bitcoin is Cardano's turn. Now, we'll talk more about this in the Hippie Spotlight here in a little bit. So what time is Impulse Vin launching today? Oh, gosh. 4 p.m. UTC. I have no idea in real life what time that is. What are your thoughts on Veracity? We don't own any Veracity, and we should. People have been shilling the crap out of that one. We like Veracity. It's a good project, gaming project. Also, I think has some tie-ins to streaming and stuff like that. You guys know I get some of these confused. I'll look at so many. But we like Veracity. It's an old project. It's a good project. We like it. So Jim was trading last night, and he texted me. He's like, man, I don't know what to do. Like, we had good entries at 54,900. It dropped all the way down to 53,600. His liquidation point was at I think his liquidation point was at 53.1, and like he was getting tight. You know what I mean? He was feeling it pretty good. And I just sent him this chart, and I was looking at the 4-hour chart last night, and I was getting a little nervous myself because my trade had actually dipped back into the red, which you guys know I don't like, especially because I got to hear it from TJ. You should have locked in the win. And so, it wasn't that great. I was not feeling too good. But if you zoom in here and you look at what I was looking at last night, and this is why I actually ended up going in harder last night. I mean, basically you had this bottom yesterday that occurred, this on the 4-hour chart, and then you had higher lows right there, but in back-to-back 4-hour candles, it hit that same spot. Oh, happy Easter. Happy Easter, guys. So it'll be coming back from the dead here in a few weeks. But when you look here at this chart, and this line we drew yesterday on the stream, I mean, my gosh. Look, and this, I did not draw this afterwards. I drew this yesterday on the stream, and look where that thing bounced off at. Like, it literally, I know it's a little hard to see there. Maybe if I turn it on day mode for like 1 second. I can't do that, I don't think. I don't think I've got that in me.
Blind us all.
Where is it on here? Do you know?
No.
I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere real simple. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, let's see. Oh God. Oh. I need a few minutes. Where are those glasses that guy sent us?
Yeah.
I can't stare at the screen too long. But you guys can see right there. You can see it bounced perfectly off that. I'm sorry for y'all that went blind. I can't. Yeah. I cannot.
That was painful.
That was very painful. I hate day modes so much. I'm like a vampire. So it bounced right off of there, and I felt real good. So I woke up checking my trade at like 2:30, and Elon Musk had just tweeted about Bitcoin like right before that. And I was like, oh, thank God. So I went and looked. I was like, my trade's in the green. I went and I checked the Twitter, and I saw the Elon Musk tweet. And then I went back, and it had pumped like $1,000. And like, I think it was like 5 minutes. It was very quick. I don't remember exactly what it was. But let's just say then it was hard for me to go to sleep for other reasons because I was feeling pretty good about the trade. So stayed up for a little bit and, had some fun on Twitter last night and things like that. So kind of looking at Friday, right? We've got these futures contracts expiring. What can we expect to see from that? It seems like right now a lot of people are rolling in these futures contracts to the next quarter. So we now know that March 26th is, a really big date. That's this Friday. The end of June will be the next really big futures expiration date. So that'll be a time that we're going to want to watch. But just kind of looking at the chart on Market Cypher, if we go over here and look at the hour chart, and it looks like, still on the hourly chart, you look down here at the bottom on the oscillator, you see the green line there. That means that we are oversold still everything notwithstanding. Oh, move my mic down. Okay. You could have just told me.
Okay.
Sorry, I was being too loud.
No, it's just up in your face. Yeah.
Is that better?
That's better.
Love it. Okay. All right, guys. So looking here at what we can kind of be expecting for Bitcoin on the hourly chart, we did get a red dot on the oscillator, a small one. That's probably what we're experiencing right now. But ultimately, I mean, I think we are probably going to see something like that. I mean, I think we're going to be heading up to the top of this channel here pretty soon. It seems like Link has been stagnant. Thank you for that super chat, Seg. Or Sieg, but I don't know if there's any news on it, but I do know it has been pretty stagnant here lately. So.
I saw today that they're partnering with Filecoin, which,
Oh, did you?
They partner with everybody, but...
yeah, they're kind of like partner horse.
But
we like them, but
Filecoin, big backed by the Winklevoss twins. Chainlink, also another project that the Winklevoss twins are big fans of, so it won't stagnate forever.
Yeah. But I mean, guys, when you look back at this channel, this is the channel we've been in the entire year. Like, the entire year we've been in this channel, with rare exception. You did have the bottom right here, and you had a bottom right here where it briefly touched barely below, but that's just testing that support, and it's bouncing back up to that channel. So, if you were to look from all-time high to all-time high, and you were to say, how long is this? From this all-time high, January 8th, till we finally got to the next peak, that would have been 43 days. And then from there to the next one was, let's say, 20 days. So, I mean, according to that kind of timeline, you could be looking for us to test that channel sometime in the next, 10 to 15 days or something like that. So, I would just say, I think we're heading up. I think we are going to test the top of this channel here very soon. And you guys know, when you look at a lot of these numbers, oh God, when you look at a lot of these numbers and you look at a lot of these channels and you hear these influencers or these YouTubers or whatever it is, I'm one of them, I'm very aware of that, saying things like, oh, Bitcoin's going to go straight to 70K. Well, it's not just they're picking those numbers out of the air. It's like, if you look here where we were when the price hit about almost $60,000, we crashed down. Then we came back up here and we made a new all-time high. It's 62,000. Well, it should have tested the top of the channel, and it didn't. That's where like the questions about the manipulation and what's holding the price back, that's where those come in, because it should be testing. It's testing the bottom of that channel every time. The top is pretty well defined, and it's not testing the top. So, hopefully this time we are going to test that top. And that would put Bitcoin somewhere in the, between $70,000 and $75,000 range, depending on when it happens. So, where can you buy Impulse VIN? You can buy Impulse VIN on, where did it go? It will be launching on SafeSwap, which is the YFDI launchpad, or their exchange. It's not their launchpad. It's their exchange, their hybrid exchange, and then Uniswap as well, 4 p.m. Today. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's check out, obviously, you guys make sure if you want to trade on Bybit, we're going to be talking about my trade here in just a second. If you want to sign up for Bybit, we're changing this page a little bit. Head down to the trading tools section. You guys can get a deposit by visiting that needs to be one word, by the way. It's a little typo there. But you can visit the rewards hub, and then you can click here to join. If you want to check out Market Cipher, you guys can click that there. That stuff needs to be changed right there, by the way. But the links are still good. So you guys can go click on those links and make sure to sign up. So let's look at what we're doing. So we're doing right now a $100,000 and $1 million challenge. You guys know we completed $10,000 to $100,000. So we did it. We showed it was possible. It took 16 days. How long have we been doing this now? Since Monday, right?
I think so. Yeah. Sunday or Monday?
I think I actually started my first trade on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, I think it was one night over the weekend. I think it was Sunday night.
Yeah, I think it was Sunday. So, well, we can actually go look here in a second. But right now, as you guys can see, Bitcoin is dipping a little bit. It is at $56,200. I closed my trade. So right now in the account, we're sitting at $121,000. So we're up right now. If you go to our closed P&L, so far in this account, because when we put it in, the Bitcoin price dropped. So that's why even though we're sitting at 122,000, We're actually at $26,000 in profit, and I guess that's 3 days, so not too bad. I'm a little discouraged by it because I had a big loss a few days ago that we would have been way ahead. But as you guys can see, we made a good trade. We made 0.117, then we made 0.07 basically. Then I lost almost a half a Bitcoin trying to chase the bottom. But then right after that, as you guys know we do, we made it all back. 0.52 and then 0.12. So we made basically yesterday about somewhere around 0.7 almost to negate that loss. So the first trade doesn't really count. We told you that was an example trade. So we've got 4 out of 5 winning trades. One of those was a pretty big loss, but we are up in this challenge right now. Our daily realized P&L is $37,000, about $38,000. Once again, just for everybody that, thinks this is whatever, this is the Bybit side. I can click on anything in here, as you guys can see. Somebody said Uniswap version 3 is coming. I don't know anything about version 3 of Uniswap, but it'd be interesting. Are they going to migrate over to another chain? But you guys can see we started this account. Let's see, that's the 7-day. We started this account on the 19th. And then I think we made our first trade right here. Would have been on the 21st. What's the day? The 25th?
21st is Sunday night.
So like 4 days. And now you see what we've done here. So pretty good stuff here. If you guys want to follow along, if you guys want to, check out Bybit, you can do that on bitboycrypto.com/deals. Use the $100K to $1 million challenge to buy your Lambo. I mean, we could. I don't have to pay for it I don't have to pay for the whole thing for almost a year. So I got to go down to the Lamborghini dealership and design it. So you guys are going to get to come along with that. It's going to be real fun.
Yeah, on the Hit Network channel.
On the Hit Network channel. So you guys make sure you're following the Hit Network channel. I need to get rid of that. Following Hit Network on YouTube. You guys can find that. It is Hit Network right there. We got 85.5 thousand subscribers. Trying to get that one up to 100K. This is the most fun channel we do.
It is fun.
My wife and I every day watch this, because it's when somebody else is editing these videos and making these videos for us, it's new to me. I mean, I'm probably still the star. Don't you think so, TJ?
You're always the star in your own mind.
Thank you. I'm still the star, okay? But look at this. TJ at one time, he was on 3 thumbnails in a row. I mean, look, TJ. There's TJ. God, TJ's everywhere. Mr. Elron. So, anyways, guys, one thing I did last night on Bybit, by the way, was, like I said, so I went and I checked the prices, and the prices were down here, I think. They were about right at $54,000. And I said, man, I'm going to put it along in a different account so I could put in, it wasn't more money. It was about the same amount, another $100,000 trade. But I said, man, you know what? I'm going to get in near this bottom because there's no way it's going below that channel. And if it did go below the channel, you set a stop loss and you're in big trouble. But the chances are that it's going to break out of a channel that's been in for 3 months. At some point it'll happen, but the chances of that are pretty low. So I did go in, I made that extra trade, and I only did that one on 10X. And that one actually is still open. I don't have it here on the screen because it's a different account. But it was up 50K when it was at 56,500. So we'll see where that ends up. Maybe I'm going to keep that one open, I think. I'm going to see what happens. Hopefully with that one, I'll be able to make maybe make a 6-figure trade. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. You have that on your phone? Could you look at it?
Well, yeah, but TikTok's over there. TikTok's over there. So.
Hey to TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. So, yeah, that's what's going on with Bybit. That's what's going on with our trades right now. Pretty excited to do this challenge with you guys. I definitely love, showing you guys these trades. I'm telling you, nobody does it as transparent as we do. Nobody does. Nobody does. You guys are going to find more about that out a little bit. Hockey Altrasiri with a $1.99 super chat, which a little more than a free 99, says, is crypto a good hedge against the coming crash? And I guess you're talking about the coming stock crash. And I would say yes and no. If the stock market absolutely crashes, crypto is going to get hurt in the short term. We'll probably see something similar to what we saw last time in March of 2020, where the prices bottom out, and then all of a sudden they come back up. And with crypto, they come back faster and fiercer. So definitely check that out. So, okay, let's move on here. Let's talk about the Tesla boom. Can somebody give me another energy drink, please? I was a little late on the energy drinks. I had some blood drawn this morning. They want to know what I'm made of. Tiger blood. Tiger blood. That's what it is. So, guys, I woke up. This was 9 hours ago. So, it's 12 here now. So, it was about 1 o'clock, I guess, when he tweeted it. 1 or 2. says you can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. And here's the thing. That's great. Buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. This is the more important part here, okay? Because just yesterday we covered this guy, Alex Becker, has been telling his people that, Tesla's going to sell Bitcoin. Now, I'm sure this is not in reaction to that, but the timing is pretty funny, I think. Within 12 hours of me talking about that, Tesla, Elon Musk comes out and says, Tesla is using only internal and open source software and operates Bitcoin nodes directly. So they're taking part in the network. Bitcoin paid to Tesla will be retained as Bitcoin, not converted to fiat currency. Okay? So, absolutely massive news.
Huge.
Huge news.
Huge.
Okay? So, thank you, sir. Oh, great flavor. Power Punch. I'll get one of y'all Power Punch. So, the thing is that a lot of people, when they get Bitcoin, retail businesses, they convert it to cash. Because I've always said this, in a bear market, you don't want to, in a bear market, if you're Starbucks, okay, and you've got somebody that comes in and buys a coffee and it's $3, and then the price drops 50% in a day, now that coffee was $1.50. Now you've got millions of people all over the United States that paid, half price for a Starbucks coffee, and the shareholders just probably aren't going to be happy with that. But Elon Musk understands that this is really 3D chess. And so what's going on here is that they are using sales as a way to accumulate more Bitcoin. They've already got $1.5 billion worth. We already know, or we think, that SpaceX also holds Bitcoin. We don't know how much Elon Musk individually holds, okay? But this is another way that they can accumulate. Now, here's the interesting thing, okay? So they had to make a filing, and I don't know, maybe it's answered in this article we're going to look at in a second, but they made a filing with the SEC for a gigantic Bitcoin purchase. But I guess with this, they don't have to file. They just have to publicly show it, wouldn't you think?
For the announcement of accepting it?
No. For like all the Bitcoin that comes in, because they're going to dramatically increase their Bitcoin holdings, I'm sure.
They'll have to disclose it probably quarterly, in their public disclosings.
It's interesting stuff. The leading U.S.-based electric car manufacturer, Tesla, has come good on promises from last month, announcing that will not only accept payments in the world's most popular cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, but will seek to keep any of the BTC it receives. Guys, if this doesn't, I'm just telling you, if this doesn't tell you everything you need to know, then you're just low IQ. I'm sorry, you're just low IQ. If you can look at Elon Musk, the world's richest man, I think Jeff Bezos may have just taken it back. So second richest man, whatever it is, okay? By the way, if you didn't know, Elon Musk was a big part of creating PayPal. He knows what he's doing. He's been in the payment space for a long time. If you can't see the importance of him announcing that they will not be selling or converting their Bitcoin, then I just don't know what to tell you. If you can't see the second richest man in the world holding on to Bitcoin and its significance, then I don't know, maybe you want to go, invest in stonks and try to get some 2% returns. Which is why I made a little comment yesterday on Graham Stephan's Iced Coffee Hour on TikTok. Mm-hmm. They posted a guy they were interviewing yesterday, and they were talking about the lost 10 years of stock market investing, that the returns are going to go down for the next 10 years. And I was like, well, aren't y'all already happy with 2%? 2% is a good return, I think, in the stock market. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what to think about it. But anyways, so Bitcoin prices have been climbing gradually since the news broke, with the token up around 3% the past 24 hours. And we are trying to keep a tight watch on it here. Right now coming in at 56,134. What did it drop down to? It has not dipped down below 56,000. So hopefully it'll hold that level here pretty good. What's that?
Just another quick interesting note. That article said, Bitcoin being the world's most popular cryptocurrency, it's actually, of all currencies in the world, if you're ranking it against
number 3.
It's not number 3. It's number 14, but it's moving up the list really fast.
Are you sure? Because I actually saw a chart the other day that specifically said it was number 3.
Well, unless this one I'm looking at is dated, but
yeah, top currencies in the world. And let's see. Let's get
by
tools anytime past week. See if we can find it. The top 12 currencies in the world, 2021 edition. Wait, that is not.
It may not. Some of them don't include Bitcoin, and it depends on how it's sorted.
Include it.
I'm looking at it by market cap, which this one actually has the dollar number too, which is interesting, behind the yen.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Bitcoin is third. Here it is. I found it. Gosh, guys, I'm good at the internet. Shocking. Bitcoin is third largest world currency. That's from Douchebank. Guys, I hate banks so much.
Oh, gosh.
I want everyone to know how much I hate banks. If you didn't know what this is our check from BB&T when they closed our account because we did a Coinbase transaction. F y'all. That's what I got to say. I'm going to make it. I want you guys to know this. And I know there's a lot of rhetoric. There's a lot of rhetoric out there about banks are bad and that, oh, we're in crypto. No. They're terrible. And I hate them. And I'm going to make it my sole mission in life to shut down BB&T. And I'm coming for Douchebank. I'm coming for every bank. I will not stop doing what I'm doing until we shut down every bank in the world. And they can suck it. So come at me. They already don't let me open accounts. So pisses me off, man. We have so many problems trying to spend money with these banks. And so this right here, this last check we got from BB&T is going to be a reminder when they go out of business that we'll have more money than they do. So it's hard for me not to cuss right now. I really hate these banks so bad. So if you work at a bank, you should quit. Because your job's going to get gone anyways, because I'm going to make sure of it. So I'm sorry, Mr. Banker. Okay, this is that talking about, here it is right here, total value of currency. I get so fired up over this stuff. If you guys knew how much energy and time dealing with these stupid banks allowing us to spend our own money, like it sucks out of me. Like if you ever see me in here and you're like, he looks tired today, it's because I've been dealing with a bank. Hate these people. Total value of currency in circulation, US dollar. Number one is the in terms of USD billions is what it says. US dollar, euro, Bitcoin. And then you've got the Japanese yen, the Indian rupee, and then it goes, you're looking at Ethereum. Ethereum's number 5, basically, or number 6. And then it goes down from there. So pretty interesting when you think about that with Bitcoin's, rise to prominence here. Let's see if there's anything else here. New payment options available in continental US. But the company has indicated it's likely to expand into overseas markets. And let's see, do they have that? There it is here. This is how you do it right here. Apple Pay plus Bitcoin plus Tesla equals heart. So you guys can pay with Apple Pay or you can pay with Bitcoin right there. That's what it looks like. That's how you send the payment on. Maybe somebody wants to pay for this guy's Tesla. If you want to pay for this guy's Tesla, Michael Rihani, you guys can do it right there. So, yeah, very interesting stuff with Tesla. Really big stuff. So let's talk about Coinbase Billions here. Brian Armstrong. Not related to me. You guys know he's not related to me. We have the same last name, but, he doesn't have any hair, and I have gray hair. So you guys know we're not relatives. Brian Armstrong's Coinbase shares could be worth $14 billion after the IPO. And I've been telling you guys, hey, Brian, do not discount this Coinbase IPO and its significance in this market. I touted a conspiracy theory the other day that I believe that Coinbase's IPO is going to be launched at one of the most bullish possible times. Not because of a weird coincidence. We know what's going to happen. I can see Bitcoin shooting up to the moon, challenging the top of that channel, $75,000, maybe breaking out of it, heading towards 100K as that Coinbase IPO launches. And, of course, Brian Armstrong will get really, really rich. He already is. But that's kind of how I see things going down. Marnik V says, there's Marnik. Mm-hmm. I was working at a bank, quit my job a couple months ago to go full-time crypto. I share your sentiment. That's the inside guy right there. You see him. You see Marnik. He's the inside guy. He's telling you. This stuff's a scam. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. And the more you get on the other side of this, and the more you see them trying to cover their tracks and hide because they don't have money, the bigger you realize we are in the biggest bubble of a Ponzi scheme you've ever seen, and it's called our U.S. banking system. Okay. Somebody said audience mooning. BitBoy's friend I watched in the conference. I don't know what that means, but well, great. Audius is an NFT project we're checking out. It got announced there, could be going on Coinbase. So speaking of Coinbase, Coinbase's impending direct listing reportedly coming next month. Reports emerge frequently indicating the impact of a crypto company going public for the industry and for the exchange itself. According to the latest estimations, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong could become the latest tech decabillionaire with his current stake of roughly 40 million shares. Armstrong to become a decabillionaire. Now, here's, TJ, we were having this conversation. Do you want to talk about what we were talking about before we went on air about millionaires?
Oh yeah, sure. About how basically having a million, it almost takes being a decamillionaire to be the equivalent of what a millionaire was in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. I think if you look at inflation adjustments from the late 60s, early 70s, I think it comes in right at 6.8, right around 7 million is what it takes to have the equivalent of $1 million back then.
Yeah, and you know what I think is cool is that right after I became a millionaire, now being a millionaire isn't a big deal. So I'm really excited about that, guys. Thanks. Appreciate that. Makes me feel good.
Got to keep you motivated.
You got to keep me motivated. So now I've got to try to become a billionaire. The billionaire is the new mega millionaire.
Yep.
And we're obviously in a very interesting space here where we're in the corner of tech and finance and cryptocurrency, and there's a lot of billionaires being made out there right now in this space. This doesn't happen in the health and fitness niche that often. So some, but not nearly as often. Naturally, the founder and CEO of the firm, Brian Armstrong, which, by the way, I made a reference to this yesterday. I don't know if you guys know this. When Coinbase first started, Brian Armstrong was actually running the tech support. Yep. So, if you send in a message, I was using Coinbase at this time. I may have been talking to him and didn't even know it. At the beginning of that company, he was doing the grunt work on the front lines, answering customer support. So good for him. I like that he worked hard and, he made it happen. But said he could be among those who benefit the most. According to filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, he owns 39.6 million Coinbase shares, joins Class A and Class B holdings. Coinbase's CEO held an AMA session on Reddit in which he received numerous questions regarding the company's development during and following the direct listing. He noted that Coinbase has been on a hiring spree in recent months of customer support representatives and predicted the situation would improve in the upcoming few months. I get a lot of messages for people that are saying that they're having a hard time with Coinbase and Binance support and Crypto.com support. A lot. We like those companies. We like all three of them. But you got to understand, a lot of this has to do with the fact that they're super overwhelmed right now. We need to hire more people. Here at Big Boy Crypto, we're in a bull run. This is bull run things. Now, the one thing I do find a little surprising, and I know, TJ, you echoed this sentiment the other day, and I've also been thinking it as well. In 2017, Binance had to shut down new accounts. Bittrex shut down signing up new accounts. And Bittrex, you could use it in the United States back then. There was so much demand in 2017 that the exchanges couldn't handle it. It's now been 4 years, and they've all made billions of dollars. And they still, in 4 years, could not get things to a level that they could sustain new accounts in a bull run.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I was shocked by that. I thought surely we won't have these same problems. Now, some people, of course, put out little conspiracy theories that may or may not be true that say some of that's intentional. Some of that's intentional, the site's going down and things like that. So we did just get a massive drop here on Bitcoin. We went below 55,900, which, that was my wick. That was my stop loss in my other one. So I guess I ended up making closer to $25,000 than $50,000. Kind of upset about that, but I'll have to check it out after the stream. I mean, you can't, shake a stick at 25K, I guess. So we are on a massive downswing right now. So is it because we're streaming, you think?
No.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's look at, in another company I think that's going public, by the way, is blockchain.com. Well, it says it's raised $300 million in a mega fundraising round, valuing the company at $5.2 billion. How many of you guys have ever used blockchain.com? Hardly anybody, probably. It's one of the world's largest cryptocurrency wallets. I've used it before. It said that they claim to be responsible for 28% of all Bitcoin transactions. I don't think that's close to true. That's why it says they claim. They can't support that, I guess. But it just shows you everything in this space is blowing up. When increasing your leverage from old C. Bruce Solomon II, I do see Bruce Solomon II. When increasing leverage during your trade, does the new leverage apply to the entire trade or just new gains? So here's kind of the way it works. When you increase your leverage on Bybit or another platform, I assume it works the same way. However much you increase it, let's say you increase it 100%, you go from, let's just say 8x to 16x, it will take, in that case, 50% of your position and move it out. You lock in 50% of your funds, and the leverage immediately applies to the remaining amount in that trade. How you can use that is you can up the leverage and then you can reapply the remaining amount that you just pulled out, and now your whole position will be at that leverage, and it'll average your entry between your original entry and then your new entry when you put the new position, if that makes sense. So, all right, let's talk about this thing, Bitclout. A lot of people have been talking about this Bitclout, and I got some strong words for these people today. Bitclout's alleged leader hit with cease and desist by prominent crypto law firms. So if you don't know what Bitclout is, which I still don't even really know what it is, it sounds like a pretty scammy platform. And one thing they're doing is that they are, it reminds me of kind of like that Initiative Q or like some of these just weird things that popped up out of nowhere. It claims to give you social, it gives social clout, basically. Now, do you think Elon Musk is involved in this?
No.
No, of course not. Do you think Naval, who blocked me on Twitter, I think because I made a naval dad joke, I think he blocked me for a naval dad joke. So,
Of course.
Chamath, there's Chamath there. We like Chamath, even though he's a bully. Mr. Beast, Ariana Grande. You think these people signed up for this? No. It's a social clout platform, and I don't really understand the ins and outs of it because it looks just scammy to me. I'm not going to use it or promote it or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination. But what is happening with this is that these people have not signed off on it. So now there are, threats from law firms. This one is from Brandon Curtis. He's the product lead for decentralized token exchange. Radar Relay has fired a legal warning shot at the alleged creator of controversial social network Bitclout. It's supposed to be like decentralized social media, I think.
Yeah.
But somehow it's scammy. That's what everybody says. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I think it is, though. For using his likeness without his consent. And I mean, this is something we're going to see more and more, especially with these NFTs. Like, it is kind of a decentralization definitely is not without its own problems because, you can't really force someone to take something down that's decentralized because there's no single failure point or entry point. So Anderson Kill PC, the law firm representing Curtis, sent out a letter to this guy. His name is Nadar Al-Naji, formally claiming the former Basis founder breached California's civic codes. Cease and desist letter is the latest twist in the odd tale of Bitclout, a controversial project whose founders have gone by pseudonyms.
Of course.
Of course. And I'll tell you this, if they're using pseudonyms, from our experience, it's probably a scam. Probably less than 5% of these anon projects or pseudonymous projects are not scams. Probably less than 5%. Probably 95% of them are scams from our experience. That's why we stopped covering any project that was anonymous on this channel. Like, we don't work with any anonymous projects. We don't even give them the option to well, listen, we get this all the time. We'll meet with you on Zoom and show you who we are. We just can't let anybody else find out who we are. No. Get them out of here. That's what I got to say on that. But we started checking out this platform. And I'm making an official verbal cease and desist here to Bitclout. If you guys go to page number 5, you guys will find me right here, BitBoy Crypto number 218. If you do not move me up to number 1, you must remove me from this platform for sure. Because you're telling me, well, look at that. I said that I wanted to have side-by-side haircuts with Gavin Wood, and look, we're right beside each other. Apparently, I have more clout than the creator of Polkadot. So pretty interesting. And more than Shaq. Look at that, more than Shaq. I don't know how they come up with this score, but they said in the last 24 hours, I've lost 24%. What does that mean? Bitclout. Sounds like a scam. We're going up. So I don't know what this is. I really don't. It's something I would stay away from. I'm not going to do ref links for this or talk about it or promote it. The fact that, all of these people are going to start sending them cease and desist to take their names and likeness off, especially because with this, they do know that this guy, Nadar Al-Naji, is involved in this. And I don't know what Basis is. Do you know what Basis is? Mm-mm. Let's look that up. Let's look up this guy's name real quick and see what Basis is. See if it had anything scammy with it. I'm so mad I got wicked out on the other one. That 57,000 is really having a hard time, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Basis, a stable. Oh, they shut it down. This is a shutdown letter on their website. Basis.io. So the last thing he was involved in didn't make it. So that should probably be enough for you guys to know. If this guy did a project that didn't make it, and now he's trying to make a project based on other people's likenesses, and he's already getting sued for it, it ain't looking good for him. So I'd stay away from this one, guys. It's really popular on Twitter. Twitter is not a good barometer. There's a lot of people looking to prey on you and take advantage of you there. It's Z-Boss says, have a whale pass for Miami. Do we have a whale pass?
We have passes and VIPs, and we've got all the passes and stuff we need. I don't know if we're going to go to that whale night or not. It's like a pitch thing, so we might go.
It's a pitch.
Yeah.
Well, I can hit.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, moving on to the next thing here. Hippie Spotlight. You guys always love when we spotlight hippies, so we got several hippie stories to spotlight for you here. The crypto art community is having a sustainability reckoning. A debate is broken out in some parts of the art world. The most hippie liberals around, not all artist people, but that's what they're saying. Some parts of the art world, these are the most extreme hippie liberals, over blockchain technology and its environmental impact. Oh, God! What are we going to... Now, we've talked about this before. All the mining in the world combined, all the Bitcoin mining in the world, which think of its huge impact, third largest currency in the world, is equivalent to the power of Las Vegas. So it's a high-powered city. It's not one of the top 20 cities in the world. And if you look at the good that it's doing compared to, Las Vegas.
It's literally the most efficient form of using energy that exists.
Absolutely. And a lot of the mining is turning to green energy and stuff like that. So others are looking for a better way. Many artists have embraced blockchain technology, but others are warning about its environmental impact. Same old story we hear all the time. Blockchain technology's many features have made it a hit in the art world. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Artist. Let me ask you this, Mr. Artist. Are you going to get on Bob Ross? Because maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like to me that Bob Ross was painting happy little trees on canvases that were made of trees.
That were a little less happy.
Think of the irony of Bob Ross painting. God, this guy, he was lethal. I guess. Never thought about this. What a toxic guy, Bob Ross. Think of the sickness and derangedness of painting happy little trees on a dead tree. Wow. I always respected Bob Ross. But now that I think about, that's debauchery right there.
Artception.
It is. Nobody's complaining about canvases, okay? One of blockchain's less heralded features has caused something of a rift in the art world. It's carbon footprint. But the physical processes many platforms use to encode the artwork onto the blockchain use electricity, not electricity. Oh my gosh. Wow. Somebody turn the lights off here. We're killing the world. I get so fired up about this. So this is more just idiotic nonsense babble. Artist in computer science, Memo Acton, who's well known for acting on memos and filing TPS reports, wrote a blog post on Medium in December detailing how ludicrously energy-consuming and ecologically destructive some blockchain-based activities are. If you can find a woman to have sex with you, go have a child and name it Sunflower. You stupid hippie. Gotta hate these people. I can't stand these people. They're some of the scum of the earth parading around. You know what I hate? The nonsense charade of this whole thing. This is all a gigantic charade. Speaking of gigantic hippies and charades, Nick Carter. Nick, come on the show. I love talking to you, Nick Carter. Isn't there another Nick Carter that's in crypto?
Yes.
That's Nick with just a C, I think.
Yep.
Right. He actually Nick Carter, the other one just hit 100K on Twitter. So congratulations to him. We're in the 200K club now, but it's okay. 100K club, that's good. Move over Bitcoin. It's Cardano's turn now. It's cleaner and better for the world when it comes to producing. Listen, guys. I just want to say this. I love Cardano. Y'all know that. Y'all know I love Charles. I love Cardano. Big fan of Cardano. The reason why I said LOL here is because if you think that Cardano's major point is that it's more environmentally friendly than Bitcoin, then I got a bridge to sell you somewhere in the middle of the desert, because there's a lot of advantages of Cardano over Bitcoin. This is not really one of them. But is it more environmentally friendly? yeah, I'm sure it's more environmentally friendly to use two pieces or to use one piece of paper, one piece of toilet paper than two pieces of toilet paper. But the difference is negligible, right? Like this whole thing, it just really drives me crazy. So speaking of, but Nick, come on the show. I'd love to wrap it. He was on The Masked Singer. We love The Masked Singer at my house. So I think he was on it last year. So, all right. So speaking of more hippies, speaking of nose ring hippies, wait, don't we have someone who works here who has a nose ring?
I thought we did.
Who is it?
Did Mike?
Oh, Mike has a nose ring.
Well, he talked about it when he first came in.
Well, yeah. The first thing that happened when Mike walked in the door was I said, look, Mike, you seem like a nice guy and I really like you, but you do have to know that I'm not going to stop making fun of Jack Dorsey's nose ring. Like, I just will not do it. I will never stop doing it. But Mike's a little cooler than Jack Dorsey. I'll just give him that. Mike looks like a guy that would have a nose ring. This guy, I don't know what Jack Dorsey looks like. Here's a question. Do you guys think Jack Dorsey knows who I am? TJ and I got into this big debate. I mean, guys, I'm the #1 cryptocurrency channel. He's big into Bitcoin. Like, surely you think he does, right? Like, at least know I exist. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know. If you think he knows who I am, he knows, I guess. I don't know. And if you don't think he does, say nose ring. So Jack Dorsey sold his first tweet. The NFT, it sold for $2.9 million. A far cry from Beeple's $69 million. Actually, $66.1 million difference. He had his first tweet that was basically where it just said, like, setting up my Twitter, I think. Where it doesn't show the original tweet. But NFTs are real, guys. And he donated the whole thing. So, look, we give hippies a hard time, obviously, because a lot of it is really silly. And obviously, we're using the word hippie tongue-in-cheek. But the fact he gave this to the donation to a nonprofit, Africa's Response Fund, we like that. We like to see people around the world. No one thinks that he knows who I am, I think. Everyone says no. Okay, well, great.
There we go. Settled.
You guys realize you're siding with TJ, right? Okay. Just saying.
TJ's right again.
I'm going to make it my sole mission in life to make Jack Dorsey know who I am.
Perfect.
You know what my ideal thing would be if he knew that I made fun of his nose ring. Like, if he came up to me and was like, what do you think of my nose ring? That would be cool. I would like that. Okay. Beeple, this is the big artist. He's not a hippie, I don't think. But I did include it that because it did have stuff to do with the NFT market, which is kind of what they were talking about the art. This he said yesterday, if I were you, I'd make sure I was registered and verified on Makers Place Co. Just saying. This guy's officially a crypto Twitter DJ now. He's trying to give you guys some hints that something could be coming. Virtual Bacon TikTok? Is that Virtual Bacon right there?
I don't know. We like Virtual Bacon.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I talked to him a good bit. I mean, not a great bit, but I've talked to him several times. I like him. He's a good guy. Yeah, follow Virtual Bacon on TikTok. He is the, I believe, second largest crypto TikTok account over there. I would think. He's got 200,000 followers, I think.
He posts good stuff.
He's got really good content. And you know what? The thing that I really like about his TikTok account is that he really has grown it just talking crypto and, like, giving in-depth crypto analysis. It's not very, like, I don't want to say it's beginner friendly. He has a lot of beginner friendly stuff, but it's not like mainstream friendly. Like, it's straight up crypto. I started with that strategy. It was not working, so I had to do something different, and then I came back to crypto. So the Hurricane is thank you for the super chat already. Super googly, always making good super chats. Hurricane is the most driver friendly supercar. I can only imagine how an STO will drive like. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. I'm excited about it. Okay, so old system. Let's talk about the old system here. We've really gotten off the rails today.
A little bit.
I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because I had my blood drawn this morning. I had 7 vials of blood drawn. Whoa. So yeah, that's a lot. Microsoft President Smith is no fan of private digital currency. We just talked about yesterday that Microsoft was investigating whether to receive it or not for payment. Microsoft Corp President Brad Smith. Is there a more generic name in the world than Brad Smith? John Smith. John Smith, probably. Cast doubt. If your name's Brad Smith in the chat, let us know. You're a better Brad Smith than this one. Cast doubt on whether financial technology companies should issue currencies, saying governments are still best placed to play that role. The money supply almost uniquely needs to be managed by an entity. Here.
Yeah.
Do you see it? You see the old system here? Mm-hmm. You see the bank system? BB&T? Screw y'all. We're coming after you. And that means SunTrust, you took over BB&T. We're coming for you too. So when I'm at the Braves games with our season ticket sitting at SunTrust Park, now Truist Park, yeah, my truest mission is going to be to take you down. Remember that. You're gonna have an enemy in the weeds. Not an enemy into weed. An enemy in the weeds. Almost uniquely needs to be managed by an entity. They love management, upper management, that is responsible to the public and thinks really only about the public interest, because I'm sure that's what they're concerned with. And that means governments. Smith said on Wednesday at an online conference hosted by the Bank for International Settlements, I'm not a big fan myself of encouraging or asking or wanting us to participate in the issuing of currency. He went on to say here, the article, the pandemic has accelerated the shift to digital payments. While the massive injection of money into the financial system to shield the economy has fueled interest in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. And I think there was another story I want to talk about along this same line. Oh, no, we're going to get to that here in a second. But then you look at this chart here. The cash usage has diminished in many countries over the last decade. And what is the... okay, so right here, the data shows the share of cash payments of total transactions. Surveys are conducted at varying intervals, and these are the sources, Bank of San Francisco and Deutsche Bank. So this right here would be the total amount in 2012 versus 2019. So this is 2012. This is 2019. It dropped 14% in the United States, the use of cash. It dropped in the UK. You guys can see it dropped even bigger, 33 or 35%. Really challenging my math skills here. 22.5%. It dropped in Germany. Sweden, it dropped 30%. Now, Sweden, I think, is like a cashless country, I believe.
There's only 9%.
Yeah, it's only 9%. I think it might even be less than that. Now, I think they're trying to be one of the first countries to go 100% cashless. John Barstone says, please hire Frank the Tank for the video job.
I haven't heard him call himself Frank the Tank yet. But
his friends in New Jersey, they all add a random name after Frank.
Is this your New Jersey boys, Frank?
Yeah. Jersey boys in the house.
Yeah, bringing Frank in possibly. I mean, can't say for sure, but if we do, we may be bringing the Mafia in with him. I don't know. All right, so here we've got the Jersey Mafia coming. We've already got the cartel after us, so as long as I guess we got to hire Frank, or else we're going to have the Jersey Mafia after us. Okay, Netherlands, it dropped 23%. So you guys can just see, like, cash is a dying thing. Now, here's the thing. This is what's very important, and I've talked about this a lot. We did a whole video on a cashless society at one point. By the way, a lot of you guys, yesterday, we talked about this feature here. I think it was yesterday on BitBoy Crypto, the YouTube channel, where you can search for different things. So we talked about the Great Reset series that we did. I had several people message me, said they didn't even know, they're newer to the channel, didn't even know we did these videos, and they went and watched these, and they loved them. So if you guys want to search that, you can do that. But we also did a cashless society video. Here it is. War on Bitcoin, Part 1, a cashless society, obviously well before I learned how to clickbait. And look at this, guys. 1 year ago, I made this video. This video is way longer than normal. It's 11 minutes and 51 seconds. And I put so much time and energy into this video, and it got 800 views on it. This is a really good video that details, some people made fun of the way I read it, kind of narrated it, but it really nails down exactly what this cashless society is about. In cryptocurrency and cash, while we look at them as two different things, you have to understand that they have the same characteristics, right? Cash, there is a fiat characteristic to cash, but what is cash? Cash is private, right? Because if right now, if I wanted to, pay TJ for, whatever in this office, I could just hand him some cash. You could give that back to me. I tried to think of something funny. I couldn't think of anything.
I'm sure the chat will.
Maybe for a laugh. Maybe if I paid TJ to laugh at one of my jokes, I could actually give him $20, and then on the stream, I would tell him one of my jokes, and he would laugh at it. It would obviously be weird. Y'all would know something was weird if he laughed. But we could do that private transaction, and nobody would know the difference. Cryptocurrency allows you to do the same thing in many cases. Now, if someone really wanted to come after, a Bitcoin address, they can track Bitcoin and know it's not totally anonymous, but it is private generally, right? The same way that somebody could actually come to TJ and be like, hey, did you receive $20 in cash for a laugh at BitBoys Jokes? And he could be honest, yes or no, but, ultimately, that could be exposed as well. But cash and cryptocurrency are really the same idea. Cryptocurrency is cash 2.0. That's how you should really look at it. Not fiat 2.0, cash 2.0. And if we move to a place where we have zero cash transactions, that's a scary place. Unless cryptocurrency is able to, basically take over and be a big ways and means of being able to spend money. Because private transactions, is one of the last little things hanging out there that we have. Why do you think these places want you using your debit card? Because they can track every single thing that you do. These stores are keeping track of all your purchases. Facebook has all your data points. They sell all your data and all your transactions and purchases as well. And so the whole thing is we've got to keep some integrity in our transactions. And so, it's an old system that needs to be changed. And so hopefully cryptocurrency is the next iteration of that. So here we go. We got Bitcoin politics. A lot of you guys really enjoyed when we talked politics yesterday. I don't know if you did or not. I'm just kidding. We're not going to actually get too much into politics. You're just going to read the article here. Bitcoin and crypto investors will be watching these 5 questions facing the Biden administration. Hopefully these will be stand-up questions, not fall-down questions or fall-up questions. Who will be the comptroller of the currency? And we were actually just talking about this yesterday, I think not on air, about, Brian Brooks was the comptroller of the currency. He is from Coinbase. He was an attorney there, but now with the new administration, he gets changed out. The agency in charge of chartering and supervising national banks. Can I run for this position? I would love to be in charge of the banks. But it's typically one of the more obscure federal financial regulators. If you're not in crypto, you didn't even know this existed. You only know this exists because of Brian Brooks. But OCC has caught the attention of the crypto community through its championing of integration between the crypto economy and the legacy financial system under the brief leadership of former acting comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks. And so that's one question. Who's going to take over there? It is definitely, one of the more important things. And if you look here, they talk a little bit about stable coins. Can't find it right now in here, but they talk a little bit about stable coins and the importance of integrating over to those. So that's one. Who's going to replace that? Because the direction of the banks and the direction of cryptocurrency, the direction of CBDCs, and the direction of stable coins will hang in the balance on that decision. Next question. Are cryptocurrencies a threat to financial stability? The OCC will not be the only financial regulator concerned with the use of stablecoins, given the number of observers who claim these instruments have enabled the growth of a new shadow banking system. How scary. That threatens the stability of the U.S. financial system. I like how they're going to make cryptocurrency the scapegoat for the failed system.
Right. That's all they're worried about is the current system.
That's it.
That's why Microsoft, shocker, they're pro-U.S. government.
Yep. Yeah. Pro-entity controlling everything.
Right.
So that's one thing. Rohan Gray, I hate this guy. You want to talk about a freaking douche. This Rohan Gray guy is about as douchey as it gets. President of the Modern Money Network, who helped craft the bill. This is a bill to basically ensure that all stablecoins can be converted over to dollars. He's the guy that created this bill, is trying to destroy stablecoins, the long and short of it. He hates cryptocurrency. I'm going to leave that alone. I really want to say more about this guy, but I'm not. This guy should be up for douche of the year. He's one of the villains of cryptocurrency for sure. Craig Wright obviously is another one. But he's likened stablecoins to money market mutual funds, which came under great stress under 2008 financial crisis. So that's one question. What is going to happen with stablecoins, and what's going to happen with the future of cryptocurrency? Next question for the Biden administration. How will the government curb crypto money laundering? Wow. You guys know, a very scary thing. I mean, it's less than 1% of all transactions in cryptocurrency. I think it's now down to 0.25%. Are for nefarious purposes, but is what it is. The most immediate regulatory issue that crypto investors will have to face is an impending decision by the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, a Treasury Department unit tasked with fighting money laundering and other financial crimes, on new requirements for banks and other intermediaries to maintain records and verify customer identities for certain crypto transactions. So you thought our life was already hard with the banks. Wait till all this goes through. It'll be real exciting. Next question, and this is one of the more interesting ones, honestly. What will happen with the Ripple lawsuit? I don't know. I've said that, maybe we're coming to a close with it. Possibly. We could see. But Gary Gensler, who brought this, is out. He's not at the SEC anymore. So what kind of handshake deals can old Brad Garland house make? Gary Gensler, who's expected to be confirmed. Oh, no, Gary Gensler's the new one. What was the previous guy's name?
I can't remember.
Somebody will drop it in the chat. I cannot remember his name. But he went out. Gary Gensler's the new guy. Sorry, excuse me. He's expected to be confirmed as chairman of the SEC. Have many crypto-related issues to deal with, not least of which is the lawsuit against Ripple. Its complaint, Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. I didn't know it's Christian Larson. I've just only seen it as Chris. Selling more than $1 billion in digital currency without registering the SEC, basically saying their token sale was a security sale. I've been surprised that the suit wasn't filed a long time ago because Ripple is very different from Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is from a law professor. It's not truly decentralized. We know all of that. If the SEC is victorious in its suit, could go a long way in helping define what types of digital assets will be viewed as currencies. We're definitely going to see ripples from this decision. And lastly, will the SEC approve Bitcoin ETFs? We talked a lot about the ETFs. So I'm not going to go too hard on that right now. But, this is a big question to see what's going to happen. We know Hester Pierce of the SEC has said it needs to be done. Also, guys, just kind of in politics still, the Miami mayor, we know they're trying to make them a hub for Bitcoin. We're going to be in Miami, hopefully, we're getting a meeting with the mayor. We've been in talks with his chief of staff to get one while we're there in April. We will be there. I think it's the 21st through the 23rd. Is that right?
I have no idea.
It's the NFT conference down in Miami. We will be down there. So pretty exciting. It'll be our first conference in a long time. And of course, we'll be back down there for Bitcoin Miami. We've got discount codes for Bitcoin Miami. BitBoy 10. If you go to, I guess it's Bitcoin 2021.
Google that though, because it's a weird.
It is weird, right? It's b.tc.conference or /conference. I'm sorry, b.tc/conference, and you guys can go there and you guys can get your tickets. Come hang out with us at Bitcoin 2021 in Miami, and you get 10% off with the code BitBoy10. And then we also have a code for the NFT conference. We'll show that tomorrow, I guess. So last thing I want to talk about is transparency, right? In my life, I've always been accused of being an oversharer. I'm an oversharer. If you meet me, I'm just going to tell you everything about me right when you meet me. Depending on how long you let me talk, you might get the whole entire story because I can talk for a long time. Shocker. Absolute shocker, okay? But the thing is here, it was very subtle. Very subtle, okay. But the thing is that this is a decision that I've been wrestling with for a while because on this channel, I want us to be 100% transparent about every single thing that we do. Now, obviously, every single decision that we make, we're not going to come on and make a show like, hey, look, we decided to go order Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Or I'm on keto. Okay, Chick-fil-A, chill. But the thing is, when it comes to our portfolio, we want to be more transparent. We want you guys to literally see what we have. We don't have every single coin we talk about. We have a lot of coins, way more than we probably should have, which we'll talk about tonight at 6. But when it comes to, like top coins videos, right? We do a video last night. We talk about VeChain. We talk about Harmony. We talk about PoonDX. We talked about BitTorrent. And then we also talked about, I can't remember what the fifth one was, just escaping me at the moment. But, we own VeChain out of that group. That's the only one that's actually in our portfolio. But that doesn't mean that the other ones don't have, really high, returns on them. It just means like at some point you got to make decisions, right? We've covered low cap gems in the past, such as APY Finance and Frontier. And you guys see what people say. And they come out here and they say, oh, he doesn't own this or he sells it or whatever. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we can't really fight with transparency to show you what we have. That's why whenever we own something we talk about, we're invested in it. We tell you we're invested in it, especially if it's like a private sale or a newer project, things like that. You guys know we have Ethereum. Every time we talk about Ethereum, we don't say we specifically own Ethereum, but we want to be able to give you guys transparency for what we have. Now, other YouTubers have shared their portfolios, but they've done it by percentages, right? Like percentages. Everybody sees the percentages. They see, oh, he has 27% Bitcoin. Like, oh, that's cool, but you have no idea how much that means. On Twitter, you have guys that, are giving you, financial advice, not official financial advice, but you got people that are probably like, leading people in certain directions, and they probably have $100 in Bitcoin and they got a cartoon avatar and they don't, there's nothing to back up what they're saying. But what we decided to do tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern is we're going to show you our portfolio, the whole thing. We're going to show you, it's almost everything. I mean, you guys know, I've probably got some wallets out there that might have, some dust in it and stuff like that. But the vast majority of all of our known portfolio, we're going to be showing you guys today. And like I said, we do have some money out there in private sales for coins that haven't materialized into our portfolio yet. But we're going to be showing you the 8-figure portfolio. We're going to be showing you exactly how much of everything we have. We're going to show you exactly how much Bitcoin we have. And we do have, money on Bybit that's not included in that portfolio. So our Bybit holdings, you guys see, we have 120K on that. We may have 100K in a different account, stuff like that.
It's probably 95% of
Probably 95%, yeah. And we just want you guys to know that we're being transparent. And you guys are going to see, the projects we work with, Cartesi, YF DAI, Ferrum Network, we own those coins. We don't just come on here and do videos about them, and we're not partners with them. We don't, we have zero holdings in it, okay? When we talk about low cap gyms, and I talked about this yesterday. I did an interview coming out at 2 p.m. today with Alex from Nuggets News, by the way. And Alex and I talked, I forgot what I was going to say. We were having this conversation about this whole thing. And about all the different coins we own. And as I was having this conversation, I was just thinking to myself, it's just going to be better for us to show what we have. Because we do videos, and a lot of times people come in and they'll, want me to show all these low cap gems. Well, when we do low cap gem videos, things that are under $10 million in market cap, you guys can see this part of this interview on his channel, on Nuggets News channel, today or tomorrow. When we do these videos, everybody, they attack us. That we somehow have some kind of ulterior motives for giving you guys a coin that we've researched that's got a lot of favorable stuff. So you guys will see we own those coins. But the fact is that we're not going to do those anymore. Anything that's below a $10 million market cap that isn't necessarily maybe we do a private and it won't be under that. We're not going to give those lowest cap gems anymore. If you guys want those, you're going to have to look other places for them, because we see what happens when we do these videos, and we don't want to do that anymore. So if you guys want super low cap gems that are really researched, that are highly, highly speculative, you're going to have to go other places. Because for us, we're going to be transparent about what we own. We're going to show you guys on this portfolio video, and I can promise you no other YouTuber's done this I know of, showing you their entire portfolio. And so we're going to show you that today. We want the BitSquad to know that you can always trust us. I promise you, I don't have a lying bone in my body. Sometimes I wish I did. So because sometimes I put my foot in my mouth a whole lot. But you guys will know we are going to be the most transparent channel in the history of cryptocurrency. So make sure to come back today at between 2 and 3 Eastern. We're going to have video with Alex from Nuggets News. And then in between 6 and 7, we'll be putting out our portfolio video. Excited for it. It's kind of a little nervous, showing you guys everything that we got, but we're just going to do it. And we're going to put it out there. And we want you guys to know that our relationship with you and our community is more important than any flack we might catch from it, or any, threats that might come from it, or anything like that. So that's all I got. I'm excited to share my life with you. I'm excited to share everything we do here on this channel with you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best community in crypto. That's all I got. Be blessed. Bye-bye.